everybody! Video log day 25 and it's July 24th. And today is Sunday. I hope you guys are all having a great weekend. Sorry, I just saw a car driving that just went straight at a left turn lane that almost hit somebody. Oh my god, that is so dangerous. But anyways, he's backing up now. Ugh. And so I am on my way to bring my pup. He's actually in the back seat, but I guess he's laying down now. We're gonna go on a hike to a forest preserve or maybe a walkway or something. I'm taking him with to have some fun with my friends. And I want to give you an update on the silver exercises. I've started on a second Audible, and this one it's actually authored by one of the certified Sliva instructors that's been around since 1980. Like he was actually asked to be part of the Sliva International since 1980, and the other author is actually Sliva Jose Jr., as I mentioned. And I feel like this one was a very good book, or a good Audible book after the first one I read, because the first one was more of, I feel like it's actually more of an intro and also a kind of an initial dive into the exercises and what it's all about. It's fairly short. It was I'll have the book links under my video. But the first one that was actually by Jose Sliva and Dr. Stone, and it's fairly short. It's about like 20 minutes. No, sorry, not 20 minutes. About 2 hours, and it was just exercise after exercise, and it was actually narrated. The exercises were guided by Laura Sliva, and sometimes you might actually, like, as you're going through it for the longer exercises, you're kind of thinking like, what's going on? What is this really? You know, what is it about? But you just kind of follow and do it, right? And this second book that I'm on is actually 10 hours long. To be honest, if I started with that, or I actually looked at this book, I probably wouldn't have started it, or maybe have not started this method, because it's just so long. It's 10 hours, you know. Like, I feel like we are very impatient at times, so sometimes we don't. Oh, look, you see my pup is in the back. He just saw a little dog. And I think this is a great second book. So start with a shorter book if you really want to start with this method, and then go on to this bigger one. This longer one, I'm only on chapter 2, but it is very insightful. It actually explains a lot of ins and outs and why they're doing this, and also explains more in detail of, they actually do explain what they try to do before they do the exercises, so you have a purpose in mind. So I really like it. However, I have been trying to use this exercise to work on myself at the moment, but a lot of this is once you get the hang of it, and once you are using this method, we're supposed to use it to benefit our fellow humans, like humanity, right? And which I think if we follow this closely, we will, because it's our obligation to benefit our people around us, our world, because it's full of a lot of sadness and evil at this moment. If you're listening to me right now, you know exactly what's happening in the States. It's not a good place to be in. So whatever small part we can do to help us and this world, we should do. And look at puppy. Look at my teddy. So I like I said, I'm really enjoying this. This morning I've used it to relax my calf again, and I really feel like it's working. For those of you who are on the fence about it, I think the first proof to me that this method works was that after the first or second exercises, my nerves and my stress went away. I was not stressing out about me not being able to finish what I need to do. To be honest, that's actually might not be a good thing because I've been too relaxed lately. But that's the first proof, right? I have not felt so relaxed and peaceful and calm for a long time. And then the second proof to me was my calf, and it's a physical proof, right? That I've used it for every day, at least once or twice a day, using the exercise to try to relax my calf or massage it to get rid of the knots, right? And the fact that I went to the chiropractor and the massage therapist on Friday, finally, after like 3 weeks almost, 2.5 weeks perhaps, and the massage therapist says my calf is pretty good, not as tight, because normally when they find tightness in whatever spots of your body, they will work on it forever, you know. Apparently now my tightness is on my back, my left side, left shoulder, but she didn't work on my calf that much because she didn't feel that it was necessary. So I'm very, very grateful that I'm able to get my calf under control. So that's really cool, you know. So yeah, so definitely try it. I have not used the Wim Hof cold shower lately too much. I've used it more as a rinse, perhaps 30 seconds to about a minute. I didn't really increase my count. What I've noticed is that ever since I've used the Sliva exercises, that my tolerance for the cold has become a little bit weak. I'm not sure why. Like it felt colder, and maybe because I'm more sensitive now because of Sliva exercises. So if you guys are trying that, let me know if that's the case, if you guys feel the same way, because I mean I am still okay with the cold, but I can't really stand the ice cold anymore. So now I have really more of a cooler shower, close to cold shower, but not an ice cold shower, because the ice cold was making me a little bit uncomfortable. So yep. And then yesterday my friend was not feeling very well. He has an infection in a part of his body, and I used my alpha. I got into my alpha state, and I tried to use my energy to make him feel better. I don't know how well it's doing, but I did my part. I did twice, and I think it takes a long time, because yesterday as I was listening to the Audible, and they talk about Jose, because people weren't very skeptical about his methods, right? His holistic and psychic healing, that he wanted to have solid proof that this works, that he actually took 10 patients that were terminally ill, that basically the science has determined that they're not curable, that he used these 10 people and he worked on them. I forgot exactly how long, perhaps over a month, but it could be a year. I'm sorry, I will reread that, and I'll update you guys on it. But the result was that he was able to cure them. Terminally ill patients, he actually healed every single one of them, and that is amazing, right? I don't know why this is not reported, because the mainstream media probably does not want to, just like everything else in this world right now, is that, you know, whatever that it's not going to benefit the pocketbooks does not get reported. I mean, just imagine, right? I mean, just imagine that there is way to cure cancer without taking all these expensive medication, shots, whatever, hormone blockers and chemotherapy. Just imagine that we are able to do that without paying millions to the pharmaceutical companies, millions and millions to the hospitals. Those people will lose money. You know, these big shots out there, they'll be like, they will do anything to get rid of this information. You know, the funniest part was that I asked Google yesterday and say, tell me about Jose Silva. And you know what I got from the Google Doc? Is that, oh, I don't have any more information on this. I don't have any information. I was just like, you have like information on the smallest things and you don't know about Jose Silva, right? Obviously, if you Google Jose Silva, you might be able to get his books or whatever it is. I should try to test that, right? So isn't that amazing that there was no information? So yeah, I'm sorry, I'm going off the tangent, but I am very, very upset about this because just a few days ago I read about radio frequency and resonance to help kill cancer cells that was actually discovered back in 1930s, 1920s, whatever, way like before World War II, right? And you know what happened? Even though the experiments back then, think about it, the technology was so fairly primitive compared to now, that using that technology, they were able to eradicate 60% of the cancer cell in their test patients, right? And that's actually using radio frequency and resonance wavelengths or whatever. That's total. Like, think about the chemotherapy that you go through. Do you know how painful that could be to you and how harmful it is to your body? And using magnetic resonance, I think, sonic waves, right? That if you can do that, and it only affects the cancer cells, because apparently, kind of like how an opera singer are able to break the glass, a wine glass by matching its frequency. That you can do that because each cell has its own frequency, and if you can match the cancer cell's frequency, it will get to a point where it will just explode. So yeah, and that apparently the guy who invented this were shunned by the big shots. Apparently he was discredited, and all that was actually went down the drain. So the normal public does not know about it. You know, like right now, I think it's coming back out. So there are treatment options that you can use, but I'm sure if you go ask a doctor about this, and they will tell you that it does not work. The same as, very similarly, if you ever ask a vet about raw food for your pets, they will tell you don't do it. They will be against it. Like most people will tell them, most vets will tell you they are against it because it's not good for them. You know, think about it. I mean, we eat raw, like our pets, cats especially, and dogs in the wild. What do they eat? They eat raw food, right? And they're probably healthier. So some vets will actually tell me, like my vet will tell me, do whatever you want, but don't say that you got it from me, that I said it was okay. You know, it's kind of funny that how you can't really tell them your true opinion, right? So anyways, I think it's definitely worth a while to explore different options of treating ourselves, our body, and our mind, right? My mission is anti-aging, and instead of paying thousands and thousands of dollars on products, I think it's definitely worth my time to figure out perhaps other ways to achieve the anti-aging goals by treating ourselves from within, and that's what I will continue to do. See you guys next time.